Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stop pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the Nasdaq profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the Nasdaq profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profits.
That TTG money gang, we some snipers.
Hey yo, what's up everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Hope you all had a wonderful, fantastic, fabulous, amazing weekend, but are ready to get down to business this week because we've got a lot of stuff going around. We got a new wrench thrown into the system with this little banking scare that we had from the other week. We've got to talk about it. You've got more, tariff and trade tensions that have come back into the circle. You've got a bit of new worries about credit and the credit markets. While the markets are trying to hold a massive support level, you've got a Fed meeting coming up. You've got earnings on deck, and you've got CPI data. So we've got a ton of catalysts. You've got literally probably about 5 or 6 different market-moving catalysts that are unfolding here this week. There's going to be tons of volatility. The VIX has spiked. The markets are moving in incredible ranges, much larger ranges than we've typically seen. And larger ranges very simply mean better opportunities to make money. So if you guys are here joining me here this evening, then you are in for one hell of a treat. I've got a phenomenal live stream in store for you guys. I'm going to talk to you guys about this whole banking issue. I'm going to talk to you about the trade tensions. We're going to talk about the Fed meeting. We're going to talk about earnings. But most importantly, I'm going to give you guys my top trade ideas for the week, my exact plan, how I plan on making money, entries, exits, the ticker symbols. You got it. It's all coming at you guys right here. So I want to welcome everyone here to the live stream. I will first tell you, we haven't really live streamed as much as we used to in the past. This channel was built on me literally going live on this channel like 6 nights a week. Just every single day, just going live on here with you guys. And recently, we haven't. Recently, we've maybe been going live once a week, sometimes twice a week. And there's a reason for that. And if you guys were part of the viewership that used to log in here every single night to hear a recap of what happened, but also hear an analysis on what we think is to come, positions that we're in, positions that we're going to be getting into. There's a reason why we haven't been live streaming every single day. We have gone through an incredible evolution here at True Trading Group. True Trading Group has evolved itself into an incredible fintech platform that truly gives retail traders a distinct advantage over others. Members of True Trading Group, very simply, and I don't mean this in any bit of an exaggeration, I mean this as genuinely and as straightforward and honest as it sounds. Members of True Trading Group have a distinct advantage over other retail traders, not because I'm the world's greatest trader and I share with them some super top secret indicator that I learned working at a hedge fund on Wall Street. That's not why they have a distinct advantage. They have a distinct advantage because of the evolution that this True Trading Group platform has gone through. TTG was the 2024 FinTech Award recipient for Best AI Analysis Tool at the Global Benzinga FinTech Awards. We're up for 3 more FinTech Awards at this year's Global Benzinga FinTech Award Show. The tools, the resources, the technology, the AI, and everything else that you have when you become a member of True Trading Group is giving retail traders from all over the world. We have members in 114 different countries. It is giving members from all over the world not just better decision-making, better consistency, but better profitability. And we have been just putting our heads down, and we've invested a ton of money. We've invested a ton of time into building out this platform and evolving this platform from what used to be, 6 years ago, used to be a chat room with trade alerts and courses and everything else, now has evolved into AI charts and level 3 data and personalized AI trading assistants and trading bots and everything else that you guys could possibly imagine. And, obviously unusual options activity and dark pool data and everything else. It's literally a Bloomberg terminal for retail traders. And that's part of the reason why our members have success at such an astounding rate. But we're back. We are back. We're trying to achieve something that no other group or company has been able to do. Courses and alerts are a dime a dozen. You yourself, if you're on this YouTube channel, can probably name 5 other places you can go to get courses and trade alerts. Okay, whether they're good or not, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You can name probably 5 of them. They center their business around some kind of guru or a furu in most cases and mentors when they should be revolving around their members' success. True Trading Group has built a platform that is all about our members' success. You don't hear me come on here and brag about how much money that I made. What you do hear me do is come on here and brag about how well our members are doing and how much money that our members are doing. We've been here for about 6 years now here at True Trading Group, and our goal is to create a very easy-to-use ecosystem for retail traders and investors all over the world, regardless of how much time they have, how much money they have, what their skill level is. That is exactly what we are doing, and that is exactly what we have done. It's exactly what we already did. We've done it. We've accomplished it. All the time, all the effort, all the money that we've put back into this platform, we've done it. You should not have to decide between, your career, family, and being able to earn extra money and being able to make money. You should not have to choose between the free time that you don't have and sitting inside of a chat room staring at charts all day. You shouldn't have to. The technology exists today to where you do not have to do that. You don't have to be sitting in front of a computer screen all day, every day. 82% of our members have a full-time job. And if they can do this, so can you. Okay, so I hope you guys are really ready to get down to business tonight. If you guys don't know, if this is your first time coming onto this live stream, if you're unfamiliar with who I am, my name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward, and I'm the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group. Okay, like I said to you before, TTG, Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. This platform literally exists to help you learn faster, trade smarter, and profit sooner. It's exactly what we're going to do on this live stream. First, I want to thank our partners. We are very proud, guys, at True Trading Group to be powered by the Nasdaq, Benzinga, OpenAI, TradingView, Data Bento, and of course also Unusual Whales. Okay. This is a platform that is built on education that's backed by experience, strategies that are proven by success, and tools that actually think, and every part of it 100% customized for you, the individual user. Okay, all of our AI tools that are on our platform, the AI trading copilot and assistant that you guys get access to as a member, is customized to you, the individual. It gets to know you, your strengths, your weaknesses, your risk tolerance, your account size, what type of things you like to trade. Do you like to day trade? Do you like to swing trade? Do you like high volatility, low volatility, right? It understands you, the individual, to give you the very best actionable insight and guidance that you can possibly get. It's not going to give a generic answer. You can ask one thing, I can ask it, and you and I are going to get two different responses based on our strengths, our weaknesses, our risk tolerance, and everything else. And that's exactly how it should be. Members of TTG are part of something very special. I couldn't be any more happy to be on this journey with each and every single one of them. Hope you guys are really ready to roll your sleeves up here tonight and really get down to this. We got a really great stream. If this is your first time on the True Trading Group YouTube channel, do yourself a favor, smash that like button, show some love, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. And of course, make sure you are watching this video live. You should see a red dot at the bottom left of your screen. Okay, you should see a red dot in the bottom left of your screen. Okay, if you do not see a red dot next to the word live, then that means you're watching this video delayed. So just click that little word right there. It says live. Click it. It'll bring you right up to speed. You'll see the red dot and you know that you're good. There you go. We got a member right there. Escondido says, I have an 85% success rate since June. That's incredible. Congratulations. You know that I absolutely love to see that. Now, you might be wondering also, if you are new, why should you listen to anything it is that I discuss on this channel? It's a great question. I'm glad you asked it. Before I give you my top trade ideas for the week, I'm literally going to lay out for you exactly my plan, how I'm going to make money this week. The reason why I think you should pay attention to what I discuss here, again, it's not because I believe that I'm the world's greatest trader. I'm a damn good one, but I'm certainly not the best. The reason why I think you should pay attention when I talk about on this channel is because I didn't have to figure this stuff out on my own. I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. My very first job out of college was working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. While there, they had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. And then shortly after that, guys, was the Great Recession, right? The stock market crash. And that was 2008. 2008 also happens to be the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and the head trader of TTG, and along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we have helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. The TTG family, the TTG community is over 10,000 members strong from over 114 different countries. Truly a global community here, guys, inside of True Trading Group. So whether you are just starting out, or you're just looking to level up, or you're an experienced trader that's looking to just take things to the next level, you guys are in the right place. Trust me, stick around. Let's make some damn moves together. Let's get ourselves ready to make some money here this week. We had a big week last week. We had lots of great trades. Friday was a big day for us. Okay, we were 3 for 3 with all 3 really great trades and really great follow through. I'm actually still in some of those positions. I'll give you updates on those. But more importantly, I'm sure you guys want to know, what are the brand new positions that I'm going to be getting into this week? I'm going to give you the ticker symbols. I'm going to give you the entry prices. I'm giving you the stop losses. I'm giving you the targets. I'm putting it all out there so you guys can all see. Okay. So again, if you haven't done so, smash that like button, show some love, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Make sure you guys never miss out on any of these live streams. Okay. Now, before I dive in, let me take a quick little sip of water. Let me just kind of get myself ready here. We got a lot to talk about. So before we really dive in, I got a question earlier from a brand new member. And I love when brand new members kind of hit us up. And the question that they asked was, I just signed up for TTG and I'm not really a day trader. And what if I don't trade like you do? Like, that was the question that somebody had asked me. And I said to them, that's perfect. You know what? You're not a day trader. It's totally fine. You don't trade the way that I trade. That's totally fine. I am also a swing trader. First, I'm going to answer this a couple of parts. I also swing trade. I'm in 2 swing trades right now as we currently speak that I'm in from last week. Okay, I've got a couple of other that I'm actually watching here for this week that I'm going to talk to you guys all about. But at True Trading Group, we day trade and we swing trade every single day. Okay, there are day trade alerts, there are swing trade alerts, there are trades executed by our professional trading moderators every single day that are both day trade and swing trade. We trade stocks, we trade options, we trade futures, we trade crypto, we do it all. We also cover long-term portfolio investing as well. Okay, I'm a very, very, very big believer in building wealth over time through the long-term portfolio and investing, and it is something that we talk about and we cover all the time inside of True Trading Group. So whenever I make moves in my long-term portfolio, you guys are also notified about it. Okay, so it's not just about that. Okay, and the other answer that I would tell people is when they say like, what if I don't trade like you? You don't join True Trading Group to trade like me, right? You don't join True Trading Group to drive my car or to live in my house. Okay, you join True Trading Group so that you can learn how to make the most money and achieve the most success for you. Okay, it doesn't matter what anybody else does. It's your life. Everybody's in their own situation, their own circumstances. Everybody has their own financial situation. Everybody has their own goals. Everybody has their own risk tolerance. Okay, everybody has their own lives and responsibilities and work schedules. I would never expect someone to join True Trading Group and then trade the exact same way that I do. I wouldn't expect you to. And it's not fair to just think that you're going to join True Trading Group and you're going to trade the exact same way that I do. Now, I'm going to notify you every single time I enter and exit positions. You can follow me if you would like to. Okay, that part is kind of irrelevant. What True Trading Group is really about is helping you, the individual, find a strategy that works best for you. And I am never the person that's going to say, well, hey, bud, it's my way or the highway. I don't believe that at all. You can take 100 successful traders, put them all in a room. You could possibly have 100 different styles and 100 different strategies. You don't have to trade the exact same way that I do. Do you think the 10,000 members that we have at True Trading Group, they all trade the way that I do? 82% of them have a full-time job. So 82% of them right there, it's impossible for them to trade the way that I trade. They can follow my swing trades. They can follow some of my day trades, not all of them, not the really fast ones, but the ones that last 3-4 hours, they can follow those. But when I trade a small cap that's in the middle of a short squeeze, that's halting, that goes up 50% in 10 minutes, no, they're not going to be able to trade those. But they can trade the call option that I get into on a Monday and I get out of it on a Friday, and they can make 200% on it. They can do that. Trade alerts are cool, guys. They really are. And we have them, and they are damn good. The moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions over the last 5 or 6 years of just around 80%. We track every single entry, every take profit, every stop loss. It's fully transparent, all right there for you guys to see. It's all available on our website. We're fully transparent with our trading history, okay? Everything is there for you. But that is not – and Adam, you can even pull it up if you want, if you haven't read it. I don't know how he does it. He's so fast with this stuff. He's like I feel like he's just waiting for me. Every time I say so, he's like waiting for me to to ask him to pull it up. Yeah, there's the dashboard that you guys are looking at right now on True Trading Group. That is the dashboard. And right there in the center, you can see that's actually the AI assistant. You can just ask the AI anything that you want. And there is all of our trader history. So on the bottom, you have the different moderators' names. You can select the individual moderator, and you can go through mod by mod with all of the information, the timestamps, the entries, the exits, and everything. You guys can see all of it right there for you guys. Okay, so we're fully transparent, right? We're totally fully transparent. You guys can see all of it. Okay. But that's what it really comes down to, guys. When somebody had asked me that question, you don't have to trade the way that I trade. You really don't. You don't have to. Oh, there it is. And there it is. There's the cumulative win rate on all of the executions by all of the moderators. That's the front of it where we summarize all the different mods. Or rather compile the information on the different mods. Finding your trader identity is important. I think that's probably the reason why I think a lot of traders fail. They watch like somebody on YouTube that's like a micro scalper that's in and out within 2 minutes, and they think that the only way for them to make money is to trade the exact same way that person trades. It's not going to happen. right? It's not going to happen. You guys have to find what works for you. And what works for you is what helps you make money. And that's exactly what members of your trading group have done. That's exactly what members of your trading group continue to do. And I don't say that stuff lightly. And I don't think that you guys should just listen to what I'm saying when I say stuff like that. I think you should listen to members themselves, right? Because members themselves are the ones that are sitting here. Remember, we have almost 2,000 people that are on this live stream. I'm sure many of them are members of your trading group. So let's actually ask. Guys, real quick, before I get into the trade ideas and the analysis for this week, members of TTG that are on this live stream, okay? I'm going to ask you guys 2 questions. If you are a member, I'm going to ask you 2 questions, then we're going to get going, okay? Question number 1, if you're a member of True Trading Group. Very simple. It's an easy one. I want you to type the number 1 in chat if you're making money with TTG. You are making money. You guys are becoming better traders. Go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. That's the first question. Real simple, easy one. Type the number 1 if that's you. Anyone that's not a member of True Trading Group, I want you to pay very close attention to how many people you see type number 1 on this side of the screen right here. All of these people typing number 1. These are your friends, your family members, your coworkers. These are your peers. If they can do this, then so can you. There is absolutely no reason why all of these people can sit here and tell you that they're making money and you can't. They're not smarter than you. They're not luckier than you. And they sure as hell do not have more time than you. I told you before, 82% of these people have a full-time job. The tools and resources and the technology that you have available to you matters. It's just that simple. That's why you're seeing all of these people telling you that they're making money. It's not because I've given them some super top secret pattern that I learned working at the fund in New York. That's not why they're successful. Escondido says, during 3 months, I'm up $10,000, and that includes having to make back $3,000 in losses before joining TTG. There you go. I love to see that. Well, that's question number 1. Okay, I told you I had 2 questions for you. Here comes question number 2. Question number 2 is, members since joining, have you made $1,000 or more? Type yes or no. Have you made $1,000 or more? Type yes or no inside of chat. Have you profited more than $1,000? Yes or no? Again, those of you that are not members, I want you to pay attention to how many people you see type the word yes. And I remind you, these people were you. Right? These people found us on a live stream just like you did. They listened to my analysis. They listened to my trade ideas. They followed along, and they were able to sit here and tell you that they're now able to make money. You're seeing all these people tell you that they've been able to make at least over $1,000 with True Trading Group. Mo Fitness says in September, he profited $7,800. $7,800 profit in the month of September. That's from Mo Fitness 100. You're seeing the comments yourselves. These are real people. These people are you. Yo, Fernando, what's up, my man? Hope you and the family are doing well. Fernando says, yes, please, and thank you. Such a polite, what a gentleman. Fernando, I hope you're well, man. I hope you're well. Fernando and I actually got a round of golf in at the last, at the Miami meetup that we did. He was my cart buddy. We shared a cart together on the golf course. It was a lot of fun. Yes, Kev Dog goes, I'm up $20,000. I took half out and I bought a new car. Kev Dog, congratulations. $45,800 profit for Jimmy in the first half of October. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Boom. I love to see that. Okay. Now, oh, that's a typo. He said 5,800. The 4 was supposed to be a dollar sign. $5,800 profit in the first half of October. So there it is. You're seeing some members of TTG that are commenting there for you guys. I'm curious, how many people are on this live stream that are not members of True Trading Group? If you are not a member, could you do me a favor and type the letters TTG, please? Just go ahead, type the letters TTG. If you are not a member of True Trading Group, if you are not a member, do me a favor, just type the letters TTG in chat right now, real quick. I know it might sound tedious. Do me the favor, type the letters TTG in chat so I can just see who here is not part of the community here just yet. So again, just go ahead, guys, type the letters TTG. We got Amit, Glory, Sean, you kill me, Droopy, Reginald, Adrian, Guide It, Robert, PFGT. Beautiful. We got a bunch of people on the stream tonight here that are not part of the TTG fam. They're not part of the community here just yet. I'd love to see it. Love to see it. Really love to see it. Lots of new faces. We got another one here. We got Mapalone 11. Love to see it. We got Right Mark. Beautiful, guys. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. Well, listen, here's what we can do. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. Those of you that are not members of True Trading Group. Okay. Those of you that are not members of True Trading Group. Here's what I want you guys to do. And then I'm going to get into here my top trade ideas for the week. And we'll talk about the analysis on what took place last week with the banks, what's going on with China. What about the Fed meeting? There's earnings coming out, so we have a lot to discuss. Before we do that, I want you all to go to ttgoffer.com. Okay? I want you to go to ttgoffer.com. And then I'm going to see if maybe my business partner, who's also co-founder of True Trading Group, we'll see if maybe Adam wants to come on here also and just kind of run through a couple of things with you guys real quick.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
What's going on? So this is the first time we're going to do this, and it won't be the last time, but it'll be the first time for this evening, okay?
Okay. All right.
And let me explain what it is that we're going to do. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, we're doing something a little bit different. We actually have instituted our own financing option for members to give them a chance to sign up. We're able to do this with our new platform. There's zero credit check. There is zero, penalty of anything. Like you would just lose access, right? But essentially, we have one membership for everyone looking to get started with True Trading Group, and that's our annual core membership. All right. Today, that price is $997. Tomorrow, it's going to go up to about $1,004. Between today and January 1st, 2026, the price will go to $1,497. There is no rolling it back for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's going to go up a couple bucks a day until we get to January 1st, and then it will be $1,497 with the base price being $1,997. So you are getting it for 50% off tonight. This is the first night that we are selling our brand new platform and ecosystem and program, all included with it. So what does that mean, right? Well, you get access to Mari. That's our AI trading assistant, your personal AI trading assistant, available 24/7. You can ask market questions, get trade ideas, analyze charts, and receive personalized insights based on your trading history. If you know how to use ChatGPT or Microsoft Word, or you can put on pants, you are going to be able to use this just fine. We have people well into their 80s that are using this and are making money with it.
It's true.
You get access to our professional trading chat room, right? Where you can trade alongside pro traders. We have 12 mods. Every single day the market is open, you get live trade alerts, real-time analysis, and learn from experts as they call trades before they happen. And yes, you all will get the better entries because it is their job to work, and to do well for our members and the customer. And 9 times out of 10, you're getting the idea well in advance, and their priority is you. You can rest assured that's why they are there. The chat room is open from 8:20 a.m. till 4 p.m. Daily. If you can't sit in front of a computer every day, you don't need to. Download our free mobile app, and you can listen along to the analysis, get the trade alerts through push notification on your phone, and you are good to go. All right. As far as real-time market data, integrated into every single aspect of this platform, right? You access professional grade market data, normally costing about $100 more or more a month. Get real-time quotes, breaking news, level 2 order flow, and earnings data for stocks, options, and futures. Why is this important? Why can't you just get this through your broker? Because within True Trading Group, everything is integrated through Mari. That's the AI trading assistant. So if Mari has context to this, it can be used in a broader way so that you can really get the analysis you need and have it consider real-time data, not just fancy, chat GPT searches, right? You get access to proprietary screeners and scanners, trading education. We have 1,500 hours of trading education that you get for free. Okay, or not for free, but at no additional cost when you join. All right, courses for beginners, intermediate, advanced, everything in between. When you join True Trading Group, you're joining a global trading community. Connect with over 10,000 members of True Trading Group, active worldwide. Share ideas from what you have, learn from others, wins and losses, building lasting relationships with like-minded traders who want to succeed. You have access to this 24/7, especially thanks to our new TTG social platform. So all of our members now have access 24/7 when the chat room is closed to something pretty amazing. This is TTG social, and yes, it looks like a TTG Twitter, but it is a whole lot more. Our mods can go and stream on here anytime they want. You can interact with thousands and thousands of other TTG members. You have notifications. You have the ability to give AOs. Mike, why do we call it AOs? Can you just do your intro one more time?
Ayo!
Here we go. So instead of tweets, they are called AOs. Watch lists are posted on here. Every single member of True Trading Group will have access to this platform included. And then if you want to expand your access to this platform for like 20 extra bucks a month, you could enable communities and join specialized small groups that are available 24/7 for you, right? But everybody, as a member of True Trading Group, gets TTG Social, and it has been extremely active and pretty amazing. Thousands and thousands of members from around the world now participating on TTG Social, trading ideas and watch lists and charts and so on and so forth. All right.
If I can just say one thing, Adam, just about TTG Social, and I'll let you kind of keep going with anything else. Go ahead, guys. TTG Social, I know you said like, oh, just it looks like X, it looks like Twitter. And the thing that's best about TTG Social that I really love about it is it's all the things that we love about social media without all of the things we hate about social media. The thing about this is that every single person on here, is that you can be able to be talking to a verified member of True Trading Group. You don't have to deal with bots and spam and, people that are trying to convince you to send them Bitcoin for something, like all those like online crypto scams that are always DMing you. You don't have to worry about, the political posts, and you don't have to worry about all the nonsense and all the garbage that you guys, hate about social media. This is somewhere you can go and you can communicate with just members, like-minded traders from all over the world, and really be able to share trade ideas, share charts, lessons. We do workshops on there. The mods go live and do like live trainings. It's unbelievable. It's all the stuff that we love about social media, all there on TTG Social. It's awesome. It really is.
Yep. And there's Green Thumb, one of our mods, who, by the way, everyone that is missing Green Thumb's workshop on Sundays at 8:30 tonight, don't worry, we're going to go live 6:30 next week. Green Thumb will be back Sunday nights on TTG Social next week. And yeah, look, our schedule has been a mess, but we were going ahead and building this platform out, so all is well. All right. And then, of course, you have the iOS and Android app. This is how you get the alerts. This is how you listen into chat, right? Now, the other thing that's also very important is this. At True Trading Group, we really do stand behind this product, and we stand behind this platform. And in order to demonstrate that, And obviously, because we have a very, very low refund rate and a very, very high retention rate. So we have a refund rate of, I think it's just under 2% or just around, what is it, Mike?
It's just under 2.5%.
Yeah, just under 2.5% since inception, since we started. That's 6 years running, right? And that's not because of some fancy legal language. That's because of we just haven't had to, right? Yep. Members haven't needed it. With that said, because of that, we have felt very confident in offering what we are calling it, what it is a double money back guarantee. And what is that? That essentially means you do the following. You complete all the courses, you pass the quizzes with an 85% or more. You don't need to think that that's like the catch, because we give you the answers to these things. So as long as you can read in a language, I didn't even say English because these can be translated into any language. So as long as you can read a language and you understand how to like essentially like copy, you have no excuse not to do this. This is basically a way for us to just prove that you use the platform. You have to log into the platform 50 times out of 365 days. I don't know what ratio that is, but that's probably pretty light. And then you would have to, at some point in your year, execute trades, totaling 2 times your membership cost, right? So if you pay $997 for membership, you would want to go ahead and trade right around $2,000 over the course of a year.
Right.
All right. If you do not profit from that, if you cannot make the $997 back, which is the cost of membership, within that year, and you did those things, these are not hard things. These are literally the bottom of the barrel qualifiers just to show that you use the platform, right? We will give you back $1,994 cash. That's how confident we are that this will work. All right. Now we get a big influx of people. Everyone starts failing. We obviously take this away for future people. But so far, and we've been offering this for over 2 years.
Yep.
Haven't had to do that. Okay. One of the other things that we've done here is, like I said, we've instituted some financing. So on the checkout page, you will notice several options now. Each one of these plans on the right are all part of the annual membership. Each one is the annual membership. Just different payment options. You can pay $997 right now. It's 50% off, $997, and you're done. It's not auto renew. So next year, if you forget to cancel it, no worries. You're not going to get charged again unless you manually do it. You can choose to pay this over 90 days, right? All you'd have to do, just click 90 days, and the terms of it adjust right here, and that's it, right? That's $397 down. And then $425 twice, right? So $397 down, 30 days later, $425, and then 30 days after that, $425. You do pay a little bit more as you finance this out more, but it is what it is, right? I mean, no credit check.
Gives you the flexibility. Gives you flexibility.
No credit check, no application, and if you cannot pay it, or you default or whatever, there is no collection effort whatsoever. You just lose access to the platform. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. You can do a 30-day plan. You pay it over 30, meaning pay it over 30 days, do $497 down now, 30 days, $650. A 6-month plan with $297 down, and then $210 a month for 5 months, or spread it out over a year. Get started for $197 right now.
Yeah.
Sign up for $197, and then every month pay $118 for the next 11 months. And you will get immediate full access right now.
Yep.
Because that's the thing. Choose any payment plan you want. There's no waiting. There's nothing held back. Join now and get instant access to everything. Chat room tools, data and education, login credentials are sent immediately after sign up. It's that easy. You can start for $197 if you want. Right? Truly, truly, truly pretty amazing. Again, 0 credit checks, 100% approval rate. Everyone qualifies. It's immediate. Okay. Yeah, so that's the deal. You would just pick whichever one you want. Again, you're obviously going to pay the least if you pay $9.97 up front, but the rest, you pick whatever works for you. You could also do the $9.97 and select on the bottom here, Klarna, or if you want to pay via PayPal credit, just select PayPal, click sign up, and you can select PayPal credit. Is this plan always available? These plans will always be available. Absolutely.
Yep.
The only thing that won't be is tonight's price. So these plans will get adjusted as the price increases. So as I said, just to be transparent, we know that that we've had the price down for a little while because we were working on the platform. Now that is done and it is launched, by January 1st, we will be at $14.97. So this will be the cheapest price that you will get True Trading Group for the next through the end of the year, regardless of holidays. Also, $9.97 tonight locks you in for that renewal rate next year. So when the price is $14.97 January 1st, when you want to renew this time next year, you will not pay that. You will only pay the $9.97 if you want to renew, and it will be manual. All right. So yes, these payment plans will always be available. We will always be flexible with you. Okay. But the price point is moving up daily. That is the caveat. Okay. And that's it. If now we've also done something pretty cool. If you are a member of if you used to be a member of True Trading Group, if you used to be a member, if you used to be a trial, if you used to, whatever, you had an account with True Trading Group at one point, you used to have to text us and then we'd have to whitelist your email. You don't have to do that anymore. We built out a system now to where you can just re-enter your information, sign up, and then the system will automatically merge your accounts together. So you can always text us if you'd like, but you don't have to. And if you want to text us, that number is 1-888-621-2127. That's 1-888-621-2127. Send your name, your email, and the word start. If you have any questions, if you need help signing up, if something doesn't work, whatever it is. 1-888-621-2127. All right. So what you want to do is you want to go to truetradinggroup.com/join or just ttgoffer.com. Either one, totally fine. Just go there and all the information is on the page. You can also, if you are so inclined, go to truetradinggroup.com and you will notice on our website, we have Mari. We put her front and center because this woman's got to sing for her supper. Okay. So we're putting her on the front page. What you would do very simply here is you would say something like, you could choose from one of the pre options down here that says what's included. Tell me about Mari. How much does it cost? So let's say, how much does it cost? And you can literally sit here and ask any question that you want. All the payment plan stuff is here, everything. And then you'll see all of the stuff that comes with your annual core membership. Again, the pricing plans that we have, the double your money back guarantee, and you'll also get to see real members' results. So this is pretty interesting. This right here, this first part of the results, this is all from inside the chat room, right? All of these are from inside the chat room, and then all of these are from our Trustpilot page. We're 4.5 stars out of 5 on Trustpilot with over 2,700 plus verified reviews, 6 years of verified trading education. So we're super proud of that. And, so yeah, go check it out. Go to ttgoffer.com or you can go to truetradinggroup.com and have a chat with Mari up front, whatever you want to do, So, that is pretty much it. But this price will be for tonight. The $9.97, that's how we're kicking it off. And going forward, tomorrow it goes up by a couple of bucks. The plans will adjust. And then going forward, it will adjust as well. So that's it. That's where we're at. We hope that you guys join, become a member, start making money just like our other members do. And that's it. So, all right. That's all, Mike.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Adam. Yep. So there you guys go. You heard it right there. So you can go to either ttgoffer.com or you can go to truetrainingroup.com/join for the offer page that Adam was showing you. You've got the different pricing plans. You guys can select whichever pricing plan makes the most sense for you. This way we give you some flexibility. Or you can go to truetrainingroup.com and you can just have you can have a conversation there with Mari. If you have questions in particular, you can just go there and you can talk to Mari and you guys can have some fun. All right. Excellent. All right. Beautiful, guys. So again, that's ttgoffer.com or truetrainingroup.com/join. If you have any questions at all, send a text message with your name, email, and the word START to 1-888-621-2127. That phone number is at the bottom of your screen. If you guys have any questions, do not hesitate. Send us a text message to that phone number. All right, folks, let's take things on over to the charts. Let's talk about what happened last week. We had a crazy volatile week last week. We got a big spike in the VIX. Volatility went through the roof. You had a monstrous sell-off on last Friday, not this most previous Friday, the Friday before that. So 2 Fridays ago, we had this huge sell-off. And that huge sell-off came from comments that Trump was looking to increase tariffs on China to 100% in response to China sending letters out to countries all over the world about notifying them of rare earth mineral export controls and them tightening up those restrictions and tightening up those exports of those minerals, which we all need for many different things, particularly to build AI chips, the semiconductor chips. So China did that on Thursday, and then the U.S.'s response on Friday, that was two Thursdays ago, not this most recent Thursday. So China did that on October 9th. On October 10th, Trump said he was going to put 100% tariffs on China for that. Over the weekend, not this weekend, last weekend, China came out and kind of clarified those export controls. Like, oh, no, this isn't an export ban. Everything that still is under these regulations, we're still going to let through. They kind of explained things a little bit and kind of eased up the mood a little, and things kind of de-escalated. And then Trump made some comments on that Sunday, and then JD Vance made some comments on that Sunday. Scott Bessent made some comments on that Sunday, and the markets kind of eased up a little bit, and the markets kind of bounced back. Then things escalated again, and you got kind of some heated up rhetoric with China and Trump again earlier in the week. Trump made comments about looking elsewhere for cooking oil. The U.S. is a huge buyer of cooking oil from China, and that sent the markets back to the downside. Then there were some more comments made from China, from Donald Trump, that sounded like they were still actually going to be meeting because Trump and Xi are scheduled to meet at the APEC summit at the very end of this month, October 31st and November 1st. And that's why the deadline, China said November 1st for those export controls. And then Trump said November 1st for the 100% tariffs, because it would give them enough time they're supposed to meet October 31st at the summit in South Korea. So earlier in the week, last week, there was kind of a confirmation that meeting was actually still going to be taking place. And then there were more comments from Trump and more comments from some people in China that kind of de-escalated some things. And the markets began to kind of look past those comments on Friday, and the market started to bounce. And then we got something completely out of the blue that nobody was really anticipating, and you got a wrench thrown right into the system. And that wrench that got thrown into the system was Zion Bank and Western Alliance announcing and disclosing large losses on some of their loans. And those losses are tied actually to the exact same borrower who is a commercial real estate fund in California. This comes on top of a couple of weeks prior, we got announcements of a bankruptcy from Tricolor and First Brands, which are an auto lender, an auto parts maker. And that kind of got people thinking that maybe there's an issue in the credit markets. And Jamie Dimon came out with his comments saying that, when there's one cockroach, there's usually not just one, right? There's usually more. And that got people nervous. last week, and that was on Thursday. And the market started to sell off on Thursday. Okay, just this most previous Thursday. The market started to sell off because of that. And that is something new. And, you know, I say this to you guys because it's usually when markets really pull in, it's usually because of something that when there's like more of a deeper sell-off or a more serious crash, it's not what everybody knows is happening, right? Everybody knows there's tariffs. Everybody knows inflation is not yet back at 2%, right? These are all things that everybody knows and has known for a very long time. Usually those are not the types of things that cause bigger problems. It's the things that nobody sees coming. It's the things that nobody really planned for. And when this news came out about the disclosures from Zion and Western Alliance, nobody expected to hear disclosures from these two regional banks about these hits that they took on these bad loans. And that got people wondering, is there an issue in the credit markets? Is there more of this to come? And the market started to sell off. Those banks were down 13% and 12% respectively on the back of that news. But then Friday came and things started to ease this most past Friday. And the reason why things started to ease is you got earnings from a handful of other regional banks. And those other regional banks that reported earnings on that Friday did not report any issues. They actually had some pretty upbeat earnings. The CEOs made some pretty positive comments on the conference call. They did not set aside, an exuberant amount of money for bad loan losses. And that got people thinking that, okay, maybe this is not like a systemic contagious thing, because if there was a real issue in the credit markets, then you would see it from multiple banks. Several banks would be reporting issues. This is not a situation where these banks are losing all this money because thousands of customers, thousands of borrowers are all going belly up and they're all not paying their debts. They're not paying their car bill. They're not paying their mortgage. They're defaulting on their loans. That's not what happened with these two banks. It is both of the situations with the two banks is tied specifically to one lender that really committed fraud, and the collateral that they were pledging against the loans, they were supposed to be in first position on the collateral that they were putting up, the properties that they were putting up for collateral for the loans. They were supposed to be in first position. The borrower lied about the situation with the other properties, and the other properties actually were not in a position for the collateral that the banks thought that they were. So when this commercial real estate company in California had their issue, it looks like the banks are not going to be able to recoup that money because they're not in first position, and they thought that they were. Now, whether or not that is just poor due diligence on the bank's part, or is it just fraudulent and doctored up documents from the borrower, we don't know enough of the details about it yet to know kind of what that issue is there. But it's the same exact borrower that caused the losses on both of the banks. And Zion set aside around $60 million for the loss, but their stock lost $1 billion in market cap on the back of the news. A bit excessive. You lose $1 billion in market cap for a $60 million loss. It's excessive. And you had a bunch of different analysts come out on Friday and actually upgrade the stock because of that excessive sell-off. And then it helped that you got the earnings from other regional banks that did not report similar issues, which made investors feel a little bit more calm that this is not a systemic problem. I personally, as we sit right here today on October 19th, I don't think it is a systemic problem. Now, if more shoes drop and you start to hear more banks talk about this and more banks disclose some large losses that are not tied to the fraudulent act by a particular lender, and it's more of a broad-based thing, then that's a different story, and we'll talk about that when that time comes. But as it stands here now today, I don't see that being the case here. I don't think that this is going to end up being something that is much bigger than what we got to welcome William, guys. William, welcome home. William used to be a member, now just rejoined as a member of True Trading Group. So everybody, I want to welcome William back to the TTG family. Everybody welcome William. Used to be a member, now just came back home. So everybody welcome William. All right. Again, guys, it's ttgoffer.com, or you can go to truetradinggroup.com/join. And those are going to be the offer pages where you can select your payment plan that makes the most sense for you. Flexible options, guys, flexible options, whatever makes sense for you. Or you can go to truetradinggroup.com and you can have a conversation there with Mari. You can ask Mari a bunch of questions about True Trading Group and if this makes sense for you and why you should join and how much it is and everything, what you get with it, what your membership comes with. You can ask Mari whatever you want about that stuff. Okay. Any questions? Don't hesitate to text us 1-888-621-2127. Text your name, your email, and the word START to the phone number you see on the bottom of your screen. And we'll be happy to help you guys in any way that we can. Okay. So that's what happened in the markets last week. Now, this is going to be really important because those same two banks in question, Zion and Western Alliance, they have earnings this week. Zion has earnings tomorrow after the close, and then Western Alliance has earnings on Tuesday. It's going to be important to hear from the CEOs of these banks, what's up? Okay. Is this a one-off? Is this a bigger problem? Do you have other bad loans like this? Are you setting aside a larger amount of money to cover these bad losses? Because the other regional banks that reported earnings on Friday did not set aside large amounts of money to cover bad loans. They actually said that, no, we don't really have that issue. We're fine. Okay. So hearing from these banks can either bring all that worry from last Thursday back, or it can help these markets move back up towards all-time highs. And we have a lot of catalysts coming out. You got CPI inflation data on Friday. All right. If that comes in lighter than expected, that's a positive catalyst. If it comes in higher than expected, negative catalyst. But I still think the Fed's cutting rates at the Fed meeting next week on the 29th, I believe, is the Fed meeting. Well, the meeting is 2 days, 28th and 29th. I think the rate decision is the 29th. That's the Wednesday. Whatever the Wednesday is, I think it's the 29th. So I think that you're going to get a 25 basis point rate cut regardless from the Fed, but we'll have to see what all these catalysts come out with. But if these banks can really calm people's nerves, I think we can really start to move past this because the market just held a massive support level. And I want to show it to you guys right here on my screen. And I already drew the line out for you and you guys can see this massive level of support. Right? You guys can see that huge level of support right down there in the mid 650s. It stretches down to 653. It's like 654 to 653 support. It was support double bottom strong there in September. And then 1, 2, 3 bottoms, third time's a charm here in the month of October. And, we did a really good job of holding with two pretty big catalysts. You had, the 100% tariff, and then we had the bank issue. And then we actually held both of those pullbacks, which is a good sign from a technical standpoint. But it is very important that we take out this pivot top. The reason why it's important we take out this pivot top is because you do not want the right shoulder of this head and shoulders pattern to confirm. Right now, you have the potential of a head and shoulders pattern on the SPY, and I'll draw it out for you if you can't see it. There's your left shoulder, there's your right shoulder, and here is your head. Okay. And then here is the neckline. This is a head and shoulders pattern, which is a trend reversal pattern, which would insinuate if we break this support level that the markets have more room down to the downside. We probably sell off into the 630s if that level were to break. That is why I'm telling you that it is important that this week we break back above this level. Because if you break back above this level, that negates the right shoulder, and there is no longer a head and shoulders pattern. So we really want to see the markets get back up above this level. And I think we could with the catalysts that we have coming. Some of these are binary events. Like if this, then that, up, down type scenario, right? If the Fed doesn't cut rates, I think the markets go down. I think they're going to. If the banks report really bad, like if Zion and Western Alliance really scare the crap out of people in their earnings call, the markets are going back to the downside. If the meeting between Trump and Xi is canceled, we go back to the downside. All of those things would cause the markets to reverse, would cause that support level to break, and you would target the 630s and the SPY. But if the earnings from Zion tomorrow are fine, and there's no other there's no bigger problem here, it's just this one situation, the markets can churn higher. If the CPI data is just in line with expectations or close to it, the markets can churn higher. The Fed cuts rates on the 29th, the markets can churn higher. And if Trump actually meets with Xi in person in South Korea on October 31st at the APEC summit, this market can move higher. And then we'll have to wait and see, do we get a positive outcome from that meeting? A positive outcome from that meeting would put the markets at new all-time highs. If there is some type of an announcement, a bilateral announcement where Trump and Xi make some type of an announcement on some type of an agreement or some type of progress when it comes to trade, and the 100% tariffs don't get put on, and the rare earth export controls don't get put on, this market can make a new all-time high. I think that's the direction that we are headed, because that's how I think those catalysts are going to play out. But I am not blind to the fact that if these catalysts do not pan out that way, if the banks report bad earnings and they scare people about there's more loan hits to come, if Trump and Xi's meeting does not go well, if the tariffs go on, if the export controls go forward, then that support level is going to break. And I will adjust my game plan like that. I will adjust. We'll look for the break of that support level. That support level is around 653 on the SPY. I'll look for the break of that level, and we'll look to ride things back to the downside. As I sit right here with you at 9:45, the futures market is green, about 0.2%. So we are continuing to move a little bit higher here. I like what I'm seeing in the futures market, and I'm coming into the day tomorrow. I'm coming into the day with a bullish bias. Okay, I like the reversal that we got on Friday, and I'm looking for a candle that looks something like this tomorrow. I'm not looking for a huge breakout candle, because I think that's going to require the bank earnings, and Zion reports Monday after the close. So I'm thinking tomorrow you might see a situation where, okay, and I want to just give a shout out, Greg, hello, who just texted in. We just got a text in there from Greg. So Greg, what's up? We did just get that text. How are you? So I don't think we're going to be able to clear this resistance level and get into the 670s tomorrow. I think we'll have to wait to see, do we actually get a kind of the coast, kind of like the all clear signal from the banks. Then I think we can push higher. But for tomorrow, I'm looking for us to just push into 668, 669, looking for us to push into that level and then kind of pull back from there and then take a little bit of a breather. The other thing that people are not necessarily talking about here yet, what kind of trading scanners do you have on your portal? Okay, so Greg, great question. So Greg, first of all, we have the trade idea scanner that you guys can use on the platform, but we also have all of the different FinViz scanners, and we have customized scanners that are all built into Mari, our AI. You can actually build custom scanners with whatever metrics that you want, Greg. You can make your own scanner with Mari. And again, Mari is the AI. Mari received the 2024 Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. You can build out your own customized scanners with all the different FinViz, all the different FinViz parameters that you can think of. We also have the Trade Idea scanner on the platform for you to use as well. And then we have our own customized scanners. We have a TTD triangle scanner with our AI. That is, TTD triangle is my favorite pattern. It's a pattern that I teach all of our members. So we have scanners that can just identify that for you, and you can build your own. If you want, Adam, if you want to just show people actually real quick.
All right. So check it out. So this is our platform. Once you log in, you would click on Mari, which is right here. It's connecting. Now it has loaded. And then I will go ahead and select my agent. And I'll say something like this. So I want to make a scanner. I don't really know what I'm into, but I know that I would like to do something to see which stocks would be best to short tomorrow. Can you walk me through what I would need to look at, or how we would be able to do this? Is that something you can even do? You'll notice there's no fancy prompt, no nothing, with just regular natural language.
That's one of the things I love about the AI. It's all natural language, guys. You don't need to memorize any complex prompts. Just talk to it.
Yep.
You just talk to it. You tell it what you want.
So just give it a second because it's thinking. There we go. Adam, yes, you can build scanners to find short candidates for tomorrow. I'll walk you through what to look for. Liquidity, right? All of this stuff gives you a ton of information. You can also have it read this to you or just have a conversation, but you're getting a ton of info right now. I'll spare you. And what I will do is I'll actually just share this link with everybody in a second so you can see exactly what it said, so we don't have to waste your time. But what we can do is this. You can actually use your FinViz tool and pull this information for me, right? Big shout out to OpenAI, our partners on this. We are using GPT-5 exclusively inside of Mari. This is a full agent framework. You really don't need to do anything except communicate what you want. So yeah, default scanner settings I propose. We can adjust any of them we want with natural language, meaning just talking. So U.S. listed stocks, price is greater than $5. Is that greater than? Yeah, greater than $5. Average daily volume, 500,000 shares. Short interest, 8%. Today's volume, 1.5 AV. Average daily recent return. Okay, Mike, how would you adjust these real quick? What would you say?
I've got to zoom in. I can't even read that.
Well, then do that.
I would move the short interest to above 20%.
Okay. Let's move short interest to above 20%. What else?
This is for a short squeeze or for you want to short something?
See which stocks would be best to short tomorrow. So to actually short.
Then recent run up, 5-day trend changes in less than. I would change a recent run up, 5-day percentage change to be recent drop to a 5-day percentage change of like minus 5%. And then I would say and then the short interest, you could probably move it back.
Say that one more time. Here, we could say, hold on one second. Just to confirm, these are stocks that we can short tomorrow. Not short squeeze, but to short tomorrow. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Anything here you want to change, or you want to just go with this?
No, that's fine.
So now I can just type run it. And now it will actually do that. And we'll do it right now. You can also see what Mari is doing. So these are all the available filters that it can choose from. It was also able to put in and find all the parameters programmatically. And now it's going to pull the 100 best ones that it feels for tomorrow and then explain to you why. And here we go. And then you will get a comprehensive list. And then you can actually go ahead and you can fine tune this list and say, well, which ones do you think are, the best and why to short against, all that stuff, right? Immediate observations and cautions, confidence in data sources. Everything's extraordinarily transparent, right? Everything. If you don't want to do all of this, if you're not that trade savvy or whatever it is, you don't need to, because this will adapt to whether or not you are advanced, intermediate, beginning. We could just say, hey, Mari, I really need a break here. I need a short squeeze for tomorrow. I need you to help me identify cheap stocks that have great potential to short squeeze. Run the FinViz screener and see what we can find. Make sure that we, I want to leave out stocks that are below $5, and I want something that has a lot of volume, and I don't really know what I'm looking for. I trust you, so go ahead and see what you can give me back, and then tell me which one you like the most and why.
There are some good ones on that short list.
I know. I'm going to share that list with people. There you go. I posted it in the chat.
37 times.
So that they get it. So now you can see we spared the entire long conversation. I literally just talked to it. And now it is going ahead and building me my screener for tomorrow. This is for short squeezes.
So guys, our AI actually thinks about the different parameters and what causes a short squeeze. And it doesn't just go and just say, here's stocks that are heavily shorted, right? Like there's actually a lot of analysis that's going to go into how it selects these different stocks. A couple of good ones in there too.
Yeah.
Well,
Top
they're,
three candidates. It
like
said
for a
DPRO.
short squeeze, it's like short squeeze is a very specific thing. Those are going to be stocks that are heavily shorted that, could potentially have those positions get squeezed out, so it's a very specific scan, but those are some good quality ones on there that I know are pretty heavily shorted that we got to take a look at.
Yep. So pretty cool stuff. Should I share this one too, or?
No, yeah, why not? Again, these are also not, guys, these are not stocks that Mari is saying go buy tomorrow. This is the scan for what stocks have the potential to short squeeze. So then you can take this list and then take a look at those stocks tomorrow, see which stocks are actually, if any of them are gapping up, if any of them have unusual volume, or you can ask Mari. If Mari gives you this list, you can then ask Mari tomorrow morning and say, hey, Mari, out of the list that you gave me last night, what, is there anything, which ones stand out? Is there any of them that have news? Are any of them gapping up? Do any of them stand out to you that look better for a short squeeze now that the markets are open and the pre-market trading activity is moving? And you can then start that conversation then. Because right now the markets are closed. So if you ask it tomorrow morning when you got the pre-market session and these stocks are moving around, there's volume traded, some have news, whatever it is, you're going to be able to get an even better response based on all that activity. But this is a great place to start. And then you'll ask Mari tomorrow, kind of what are your thoughts based on that at that time. That's the best way to do it.
Yep. So, and that's just one piece of it, right? That is just one piece of it. So then you can go to your dashboard and actually on your dashboard, right? You have Mari in here as well, but this is, where to get started, how to get started. You can interact, it can get to know you, and then all those memories transfer over into that main section. You also have, a ton of educational material with AI built into it. I mean, really, this is what we're saying. If you can communicate in your language, you are able to use this platform. This is not, the use of this is not rocket science. So all of our courses, everything in a very familiar layout and setting, very easy to navigate and go through. You have the AI built into it, so you can ask any and all questions that you want about the courses to get real tailored education to what it is that you are wanting to learn from these courses. So pretty cool stuff. Right? This is a full platform. So that's it. But I hope, Greg, that answered your questions.
Awesome, man. Good stuff. Hope you guys enjoy that quick little sneak peek on Mari and some of those capabilities. All right. So back to the charts. So now you guys can see that pattern that I was kind of talking about, the head and shoulders pattern. That's why I'm saying I think we need to negate this pattern from forming. In order to do that, you have to break above this level that you guys see here, and that would then negate that head and shoulders, and then we can be free to push back up towards the all-time high, which is 674. All right, so I am leaning bullish, but again, if any of those catalysts kind of pan out differently than the way I think they might, and we start to drift back down into this support level, then I would say if we get back down here, like let's say if tomorrow the markets do that, and then we do that, right? Like if that's what you start to see, I think that a fourth test of this level, I think gets tricky. And I would say that it probably does not hold at that time. Okay. A fourth test of that level, I think the level finally breaks. So, now that we kind of bottomed out there for a triple bottom there on Friday, I think we have to really just stay away from that level and then push back up and break above this top. If not, if you drop back down to 653, I'm going to start to get bearish. And I'm going to start to think that level is going to actually break that time. I don't know if we held 3 times. I don't know if we're going to hold the fourth. Okay. So that's it right there for the SPY. That's my analysis there. Let's talk about some of the trade ideas, guys. I know it's getting late. I'll go through some of these. We've got, first up is Tesla. I'm liking what I'm seeing here on Tesla. I actually think that we have a potential to actually, break down and negate its own kind of head and shoulders. You have kind of a left shoulder here, a head here, and a right shoulder here. We have this really, really, really nice resistance level at like 441 that's been in place here for the last, week and a half. If you clear that level, I think that you're going to see a nice kind of a breakout move. And I think you're going to see Tesla push above 450 and get into the 450s. So one of my trade ideas for this week, guys, is going to be if Tesla gets above 441, we're going to be looking for that for the long to get at least give me a $10 move, get up into the low 450s, and at least maybe I'd say like 452-ish, 453. I think would be a really good target for Tesla. But I'm looking for a break above this resistance level. We're looking for this support to hold. Support is down around 411, 410. So resistance is going to be here for 41 or so. We're going to break that and look for that push. All right, that is Tesla. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a look back on AMD. Lots of positive news around AMD over the last, 2 to 3 weeks. And I feel like there's momentum here. And I'm looking to see if we can break out. You have a double top at 240. I like how we pulled into that trade line on Friday. That was pre-market. But I just think that this zone in here is going to hold. And I think that we can maybe see AMD make a new all-time high. So we're looking for there to be support here in like the 220s. If you pull back down into the 220s, looking for there to be support there as this 9 EMA, that's that light blue line you see as that works its way higher, and then push AMD up through the double top. You have a double top of 240. So we're going to see if we can push through that and get to a new all-time high. Okay. So the two long ideas that we're going to have there coming into this week. Let's hit on some shorts. I shorted gold on Friday. Was a very risky trade. I told all of our members that, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to short this. Worked out very well for us on Friday. A massive volume bar on GLD. It's the biggest volume bar I've ever seen on the GLD. Gold has gotten completely parabolic, and we really extended away from the 9 EMA. And the further you extend from the 9 EMA, then typically the more likely it is to pull back into it. And we gapped up on Friday after a parabolic move all week. And then from the all-time high gap up, we then faded back to red right off the bell with huge volume on that green to red move. And I came in and I shorted the GLD on the very first bounce of the day. I got short right there. All right, I got short right in there on the GLD. We rolled this thing all the way down. We were taking profits off all day. Okay, literally we're just taking profits off there all day on the GLD. I still have some of this position short. Okay, I still have some of it. I took the bulk of the position off the table on Friday, but I'm holding just in case this is actually a near-term top. We should be able to get more downside here. But it's a very risky trade. I'm not going to reload it. I can't lose money on this trade. It's just a matter of how much are we going to make at this point with all the profit we've already taken. So we have to see how much further can we actually go. Otherwise, I'll stop out of the rest of this position back around my entry price. All right, I'm probably going to give this back like $5.95 or so on GLD. I'll stop out the remainder there. We'll take the profits and we'll walk away. But if we fade this back out, okay, tomorrow you get a candle that looks something like that, I think you could see maybe, this thing really kind of give some back here over the next couple of days. So we're going to watch that there on the GLD and see if we finally got ourselves a potential blow off top on the GLD. So there's that. I'm also going to look to reshort MicroStrategy here. I know we've gotten this real deep pullback here on Bitcoin after we failed to break that all-time high, but I just feel like there's a little bit more of a pullback left on Bitcoin. I know we kind of bounced back a little bit. I think we're at 108 or so last time I checked. But I just feel like there's a little bit more downside before this thing really, really turns around. This is just a chart of IBIT. I don't have the Bitcoin futures up for you guys right now, or the actual Bitcoin up right now. Within TGD, do you all do live trading, daily calls, or morning or evening watch list calls? Yes, we trade live in front of you every single day. All the mods and I share our screens. We trade live. We talk to you on the microphone. We tell you what we're going to do before we do it. And then when our orders actually execute, you get real-time push notifications on the entries and the exits when our orders actually execute and fill. So we do trade with you guys live every day. And we also do put out watch list every single morning. All of our members get the moderator's watch list, and we trade in front of you live every single day. Okay. So with regards to IBIT here, I'm just going to look for, Bitcoin to give me a little bit more of a bounce. And I'm going to see if MicroStrategy stays underneath 330 or so. This isn't a very high conviction trade. I don't necessarily love the trade, but I am going to try to see if MicroStrategy does something that looks like this. Okay, I'm looking for MicroStrategy, something that looks like that. Okay, push back up into 300, tail back down, and then roll over. All right, so I'm going to look for a MicroStrategy. We're trying to be short MicroStrategy back up around 300. Probably risk it to 305, and we'll target like 270, maybe even lower. We'll have to keep our eyes on Bitcoin. Next up, keep eyes on Palantir this week. Palantir is a stock I'm neutral on, and that's because it is stuck in between such an incredibly obvious range. And the range is support at 171. You guys can see it on my screen. And then resistance, 187, 188. So here's this range. Now you're right in the middle of this range. I'm not going to probably trade this when we're in the middle of the range, but I'm putting this on the weekly watch list because if one of these levels breaks, okay, if one of these levels breaks, I just think that there's going to be a pretty clean move. So I'm just going to come into the week neutral with these levels. And if one of these levels breaks, I'm going to play that direction. I think there's going to be a clean move if one of those levels breaks. Sandra, what happened to you, Sandra? Respond to the text. Yes, Sandra, I'm talking to you. What happened to you, Sandra? Where'd you go, Sandra? So that's Palantir. That's that there. So MicroStrategy, Tesla, AMD, GLD, Palantir. I also shorted Rigetti on Friday. RGTI, made some money on that one as well. I don't know what I want to do with this one. I'm going to stay short as long as it's underneath $50. I'm going to stay short as long as we're underneath $50. All right. First time we've broken underneath the 9 EMA in the last, this month and a half short squeeze that happened to it. So I just want to see, does Rigetti do something that looks like this? Okay. See if we do something that looks like this and see if these quantum names kind of cool off here a little bit. All right. You also have a potential head and shoulders it's forming. It's going to need time to form, but you would have left shoulder here. You would have right shoulder here. Again, the right shoulder needs time to form still. And then you've got your head up here. And then here would be your neckline. Your neckline would sit right around 41.5. which is going to be that pre-market bottom from there. And then here's this little support. So there would be your kind of your head and shoulders level. All right. So that would be head and shoulders there for Palantir. So that's what, for Rigetti. Okay. So that's what we're going to be looking at there, guys. Also IONQ, kind of a similar concept here. IONQ, we're going to look to see if this 71 is an area of resistance for IONQ. Right. And again, same concept. We're looking for resistance up there around that 70. And for a candle, it looks something like that. Okay. So again, to recap, we're looking at shorts on Quantum and MicroStrategy, longs on Tesla and AMD. And I already have that short on GLD. A lot of profit off the table already, but I am still holding some just to see if there is a little bit more to the downside. As we take a look at kind of gold futures are green, but we're still well within the range of Friday, but we are green right now. On futures, we'll have to take a look on gold futures. So we'll have to see what we have. All right, we'll have to see what we got. Okay. So there we have it, folks. So that kind of wraps up there. Those are my trade ideas to start the week. Now, as I always tell you guys and explain to you, this watch list and these trade ideas may change depending on what news comes out tomorrow or this week, what stocks have news. Okay. What stocks have news, if what these catalysts come out with. Like I said, if any of these catalysts come out on a negative light, this will change my mindset coming into the day. Let me see. Yes, you guys mean business. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah, Greg. Yeah, Greg, that is true, but we do mean business, Greg. We do mean business, and True Trading Group is a business. You know, you guys are paying for a service, okay, and it is our responsibility to make sure that we provide you with the service that can help you guys become successful, help you guys make money, and we put our money where our mouth is, and that was that double your money back guarantee that Adam explained to you guys earlier. It's right there on tgdoffer.com or TrueTradingGroup.com/join. You guys can see all the details, that double money back guarantee. Our refund rate at True Trading Group is less than 2.5%. That's why we can offer. We have a retention rate in the mid 70s. We've got over 10,000 members in 114 different countries. We received the 2024 Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool, and we are up for 3 more FinTech Awards this year, the 2025 Benzinga FinTech Award Show that takes place in about a month from now. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. But True Trading Group is up for 3 more of those FinTech awards. Okay. So there you guys have it. All right. Again, go to ttgoffer.com or truetradinggroup.com/join, or you can go to truetradinggroup.com and you can talk to Mari and you can ask Mari questions about TTG, about your membership, about anything else. Okay. Anything that you guys need. And then if you want to talk to us, you can send a text message, 1-888-621-2127. Text your name, your email, and the word START, and we will answer any questions that you guys have. Full transparency, anything you guys want to know, anything you need help with. And don't forget, you guys have the payment plans or the financing options. You guys can choose the flexibility, whatever payments work for you. You can start today for $197, or you can pay for the whole year and get save yourself 50% off. Pay $997, you get access for the entire year, or you can get started today for just $197 down today and pay the rest throughout the course of the year, and then everything in between, whatever makes most sense for you. Go ahead, check it out, ttgoffer.com. Have a wonderful rest of your night, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed kind of a sneak peek into the platform a little bit tonight. Adam, thank you for coming on and kind of sharing all that with everybody. That was great for people to kind of get a look and get a taste of what the platform is really all about. You guys now hopefully have a better idea of how you're going to make some money this week. I like the ideas. I like the setup. We got a lot going on. Volatility is up. Markets are up. Catalysts are coming out. It's going to be a good week, guys. Tons of volatility on deck. Some great trading opportunities. We finished the week really strong last week. Let's keep that momentum going this week. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care, everybody. Subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. Show some love. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care.